Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And it's 10:30 here in Melbourne, 9:30 in Brisbane, and it's Friday evening in the US and in places in Europe. So today on the call, we'll be having two great testimonials, one on the business opportunity and the other is on a product testimonial, which is really exciting. So I'm going to get started here today, and for those of you who are joining us online, you'll be able to see me go through the slides, and if you've dialed in, you can always go back and watch the recording and see the slides that we're going through. So this is an opportunity call or webinar. It's to give people an overview of the Sisel business, the Sisel products, and the Sisel compensation plan. So if that's something that is not of interest to you and you're interested in learning more about the products, then I highly recommend you jump on the Sisel Doctors Clinic call, which is on a Wednesday, 1 p.m. Melbourne time. They're also recorded at and posted online, siseldoctorsclinic.com. You can Google that as well. So I'm going to get started here today. So the first slide is really about why Sisel. So the Mauer mission has been going on for over 30 years. What does that mean? I mean, if you know the Mauers, then you already know the story. But if you don't, Tom Mauer Sr., who is a scientist, and he's a genius actually. He's won the Utah Genius Award. He invents a lot of products. But when he first started out, he was a biochemist and working in industry, producing products for industry such as engine degreasers and floor strippers and products like that. And he noticed 30 years ago, we're talking now, that he wondered the ingredients that they were using, because they had to suit up for them and they had chemical data, safety sheets and warnings of the dangers if they become in contact with the skin. And he went home one night and noticed that the ingredients that they're using in the industry, cleaners, engine degreasers, are the same that were in his personal care, his shampoo. And he wondered what was the main difference. One's tested for bacteria, the other's not. So he was actually quite shocked to find that these ingredients are being used in our personal care and that they are, potentially harmful. Why are we using them? So that started him on a mission, and that's the Mauer mission. That's been going on for 30 years. And what's extraordinary about that, and he was really a pioneer in that and the first to do that. And when he mentioned that at the time, people were saying, oh no, it's of no real harm. But as you're probably aware, you're seeing more and more information on the news and stories in the paper about harmful chemicals in cosmetics and other sort of personal care products. So I'll continue on. The Mauer mission's been going on for over 30 years, and that's been educating, informing and empowering millions of people around the world. So the Mauers have been changing the world for over 30 years, and Tom Mauer Jr. and his son, Tom Mauer Sr. and his son Tom Mauer Jr. Founded Sisel International in 2006. And so it's been a lifelong mission of Tom Mauer Sr. and even Tom Mauer Jr. and the whole Mauer family. It's been a lifelong passion of theirs about the Mauer mission, and it's also been a passion of mine. I met Tom Mauer when I was around 24 and was really in love with the mission of sharing products that were containing no potentially harmful ingredients, and that started me on a mission. So this is a passion, and hopefully after watching this, this will also become your passion as well. So Sisel are here to build your future. So why Sisel? So what makes Sisel unique to any other company? I mean, gee, there's so many other companies producing products of a similar nature, but also, saying their products are also toxin-free. So Sisel's product, Sisel has an experienced management. So Tom Mauer Sr. And his son, when they were previously involved with their company that they started up previously, some of you may be aware of the name New Ways International. That company was started at the bottom out of 12,000 network marketing companies at the bottom, so 12,000 out of 12,000, they managed to bring that company to such great success that it was number 5. And when it was sold, it was turning over $1 billion. So that proves that they have experienced management. They know the industry, they know how to make a company successful, and they've got a proven track record. So if you're going to get involved with the company and be a brand partner for them, you want to know that they're experienced in that and successful. They also have a sustainable product line. So Sisel's unique in that they own their own manufacturing plant called Supernaturals, which is in Utah. They produce all of their own products. They source all of their own ingredients, and those ingredients are tested vigorously for contaminants and purity, and they combine those ingredients and produce their own formulations which are patented and just scientifically advanced. So their product line is sustainable because they manufacture their own. It's not being outsourced. And there's well over 250 products in the range, something for everyone. The other point is equality and compensation. So Sisel's compensation plan is essentially paying people to share products that they love. I mean, if you use a product and you love it, of course you're going to tell someone about it. And what's great about this compensation plan is that Sisel's compensation plan pays on average 2 to 6 times more than any other plan on the market. And Kurt will get into that a bit later on. So it's a great compensation plan. They've got a dynasty trust. So that's really important because that means the company's protected for 250 years. The company can't be sold or broken up. So we want to know that Sisel's going to be here for the long run. If you're going to get involved and build a business with Sisel, and even use the products for a long time, you want to know that it's going to be around. And the 5th point is financial security and a stable future. And I guess everything I've talked about before this point, leads to that. They are financially secure. They're a debt-free company. It's family-owned, and there's over 150 million invested into the manufacturing plant. So there's a stable future there for everyone with Sisel. So what does Sisel stand for? Sisel stands for Science, Innovation, Success, Energy and Longevity. So Sisel has supply chain assurance. So as mentioned, there's a 400,000 foot sophisticated manufacturing plant, which is absolutely massive, producing all of their own products in-house. The equipment is state-of-the-art, extraordinary. They have a certified GMP, which means Good Manufacturing Practice certification. So their practices are of the highest quality. They have the National Sanitation Foundation certification, and they're just a diversified company. So just fantastic, really. The next slide is just really sharing that Sisel have been creating health, wealth and happiness for Sisel distributors and customers worldwide. They have the most spectacular life-changing products and a fantastic opportunity for success like never imagined possible before. For those of you who live in Australia, Tom Mauer has been touring, and he's actually in Brisbane this morning, and his seminar will be starting shortly. They're open in over 40 countries and counting. So now we're going to go through the Sisel product line. So as I mentioned before, Sisel have really something for everyone. So it's really finding what someone has a need for, what they're interested in, and sharing those products with them. So Sisel's revolutionary industries. I'm just going to go through those now. So the first one is the Sisel beauty industry. So beauty is just a massive industry in itself, and this slide just demonstrates that by showing it's a $245 billion industry. So what does that mean? It means that people are spending $245 billion collectively on the beauty industry. That includes cosmetics and skincare products. And there's so many skincare products out there, and so much makeup, and as Tom says, save your money and save your face, because pretty much most of them, if not all of them, except very few, will do you more harm than good with the nasty chemicals in there that are not good for your skin. So Sisel's products are toxin-free, and their makeup is completely toxin-free. I would also like to add it's not tested on animals, which to me is something very important. And their skincare is just phenomenal. I mean, you can get a before and after photo of someone, and we have plenty of those. So if you're looking for that sort of information, you can jump on Facebook and go to the Sisel Testimonials group, or ask the person who has invited you to this call if they can share some photos or before and after photos of the skincare range of people using it. And they're just absolutely phenomenal. I can speak for myself how much younger I feel my skin looks, and also the people that are using the products. So the next industry is the longevity. And as Kurt said, this is just going to be the biggest industry ever, and as we move into the future. And that's a $35 billion industry, meaning that's how much money is being spent on these sort of products. So, when you're talking to someone about these sorts of products, there's a good chance they're already using a supplement or some sort of product that they feel is helping them with their health, or to, turn back the clock. So Sisel's range of products are absolutely phenomenal, state of the art. The science behind them is extraordinary. You can check the science by looking at the ingredients and then going to pubmed.gov and doing your own research, because we cannot make claims regarding treating or curing illnesses of any kind. But, fucoidan, for instance, is a great product in the longevity line of products. And if you go to PubMed and Google fucoidan, you can actually find well over 1,200 studies on the benefits of that just support so many biological systems. And Sisel has over 22 patents on this product. It's just extraordinary. So that makes up their Triangle of Life range of products, or TOL also for short. You've got your Spectramax, Eternity, and fucoidan, which is a great 3 products to be taking. And then the flagship product, which I absolutely love, is TSX. TSX stands for Telomere Support Extreme. If you don't know what telomeres are, do go to YouTube and search for telomeres and mice, and you'll see numerous studies on what the telomeres are and it's in your DNA, and it's basically related to the aging process. As we age, our telomeres get damaged, and that incurs the aging process. So you can do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Jump online and you can research those ingredients. Now, moving into the next line of products is the Sisel Life. So this is your sort of products like your shampoo, your conditioner, bubble bath, deodorant, all those sorts of things. So it has been said that the most dangerous room in your house is your bathroom. Why is that? The reason is because personal care products are loaded full of potentially harmful ingredients. And when I say that, people say, oh yeah, really? Well, no, those ingredients aren't going to harm you overnight, but long-term use, it is noted that is not good for the body. I mean, those are toxic chemicals, some of them that are in there. I mean, you just need to look at your toothpaste. There's warnings on it about not swallowing it. So if you're not meant to swallow it, why use it? Why put it in there? That's what I'd like to ask. So if you can educate someone, share a little bit of information with them, and make an offer, say, would you like to make a switch and change over your bathroom products to using a safe alternative, then that's a great way to get people to start using the Sisel products. That industry alone is a $120 billion industry. So we move into the coffee industry. Sisel produce a fantastic range of coffee products, the cafe range, Sisel Cafe, declared the world's most healthiest coffee and best tasting. So why is it the healthiest? Some of you may have heard of coffee potentially being harmful. Well, in the state of California, it's declared, Starbucks have to declare their coffee as carcinogenic, not because the coffee actually is, but when they roast their coffee beans, a byproduct is produced called acrylamide, which is a known carcinogen, same type of carcinogen that you find in burnt toast. So Sisel's range of coffee is not only fantastic tasting, but their method of producing their coffee is very unique, because they use an infrared roasting process that avoids that byproduct of acrylamide. And so they're just a fantastic range, and everybody loves to drink coffee. And if you can provide a little bit of education for people, provide them with a sample, I'm sure you could get them to make a switch. Why wouldn't you want to be drinking a healthier coffee that's better for your health? So that's a $100 billion industry. And Sisel also have the Fire and Ice tea, which I absolutely love, and the Sencha green tea. Fire and Ice tea It's not quite as it sounds, because in Australia we always think a tea is hot. This is a cold drink. You mix it with water, and it's a great replacement for energy drinks or Diet Coke, Diet Sodas, Coca-Cola, that sort of thing. I love it. It's got lots of B vitamins in it. It's got some buffered caffeine in there. It's great in the morning to wake you up, give you that energy, long-lasting energy, and it's a thermogenic tea as well. So great product. So moving on to the next range, which is a Sisel Trim. Massive industry, the weight loss industry. So there's so many people using some sort of shake or meal replacement, and Sisel just have a fantastic line. I'm a testimonial to these range of products. I do fitness competitions. I've used these range of products. I love the Sisel Lean. It comes in a chocolate and vanilla, and it's just a great alternative to a quick meal. Now, you cannot replace healthy eating. I'm a big advocate for eating well, but there are times when you're in a hurry and you want something quick and easy, and that's low in calories, that's full of nutrients, and the Sisel Lean shakes are brilliant for that. So that industry is a $135 billion industry. So if you're talking to someone, likelihood they're probably already taking some sort of shake. So if you can demonstrate to them why Sisel's products are superior and let them try and taste it, there's a really good chance they would be interested in making that switch. And then finally, in the range of products, Sisel produced the Super H2 water filter. Absolutely love this filter. So this filter is awesome because it removes carcinogens, mutagens, pharmaceutical residues that can be found in our water, that are in our water supply. It removes fluoride and chlorine, just leaves you with beautiful, fresh, filtered water. But it does something extra for us, and that is it infuses the water with diatomic hydrogen particles, gas particles. And diatomic hydrogen is known to have many therapeutic benefits in itself, and you can go to pubmed.gov and search diatomic hydrogen, and there's so many studies that come up on the benefits of diatomic hydrogen in water. So this is a fantastic unit, and you know, water is something that everyone needs every day to live a healthy life. So now we're moving into the middle of the presentation. Don't just take our word for it, listen to what our customers say. So I've got two people on today that are going to share a quick testimonial. So I might bring Ian on first. If you're there, Ian, and you could press *6 to unmute yourself and share your testimonial with us today.
Good morning, Katie. How are you?
Good, Ian. Thank you for joining us.
That's fine. I nearly didn't make it. I slept in a bit. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's a lot on. I've just got a testimony that's has really blown me away. I started taking 4 Restore, and I thought, because my grandchildren take it for doing their bodybuilding, and they come back really pumped and really say it's fantastic. So I thought, I'm nearly 70, so I thought I've got to keep up with these guys. So I started taking it, and anyway, I took a couple of them, and I went out and I worked in the garden, and I came back and I thought, I'll just check my blood pressure. Anyway, I've always suffered from reasonably high blood pressure, around about 140, 150 over 90. So, and I sort of said, right, so I got out there and I got the blood pressure machine and I stuck it on myself, and I thought, I couldn't believe it. I said my blood pressure was down to 128 over 80, and the pulse was at 72. So I thought, this is something here. So anyway, the following day I checked it again, and it was down around the 128, 126 over 80. So I'm absolutely blown away. And so having a bit of research on what this product does is this nitric oxide. I believe there's over 20,000 studies on it. Actually improves the way that the arteries in your body actually relax. So I'm just absolutely blown away with 4 Restore. It also, obviously, I've had a little bit more energy with it, but I'm taking about 2 a day at the moment, so I wasn't going to take 5 a day after what these boys come back looking like. So there's my little testimony anyway.
All right, great. Thanks, Ian. Thank you very much for sharing. What an awesome product. I've also can be a testimony to that as well. I use the 4 Restore and love it. So thanks for joining us today. And we're going to have Shane on next. And Shane's going to join us and share his testimonial. So if you press *6, Shane, that will unmute you and you can jump on the call. If you're there, Shane, it's *6.
Hello, Katie.
Hi, Shane. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us.
No worries. Yeah, so first of all, I have been involved in these sort of businesses before in the past, but what I like about Sisel is I've only been in Sisel for a month and I'm already starting to make money with it. Any other company I have been with, it's taken me a bit longer to start making money, so I do believe Sisel has the best business plan. And also I want to share, when it comes to the products, I'm on the Tringle for Life set products. And basically, before I started taking that a month ago, I've got a small part-time flyer business. I was delivering about 500-600 flyers a day. But since being on those products, I'm doing 1,200 a day. So I'm finding that the products are actually helping me and making me fitter and also giving me a lot more energy. So I do believe that Sisel has the best product.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome, and it's great to hear that you're having that experience.
No worries.
Thank you. So now we're going to move on to the next part of the presentation, which is we're going to go through the overview of the compensation plan. So Kurt is a chiropractor. He's also a doctor, and he lives in Fargo, North Dakota. And so he's been practicing for over 30 years. And many years ago, he decided he wanted to get into nutritional medicine after his middle boy was diagnosed with asthma. After a motorcycle accident, he was left in a wheelchair, and then he jumped into age reversal medicine. So, he shares a wealth of knowledge on science. As I mentioned before, he shares the doctor's clinic call on Tuesday, US time, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Melbourne time. So I encourage you to jump on those calls or listen to the recordings if you can't make it, on how to improve your health with the products. So I'm going to move on to the next slide. Whoops, that was Trevor's. Okay, equality and compensation. So
Well, thanks for sharing those great testimonials, folks. No one here is being paid to tell you the stories, and they're completely real, and I can tell they're from the heart. Every day I hear great stories just like this. Hi, my name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick. I'm going on 30 years now as a doctor. Several years ago, I turned to network marketing products because I found that I needed to have products that worked, and I needed to have them at an affordable price that I could get to my clients, to my patients. When you compare similar, natural, and safe-to-use products that are on the market right now to those that we have in Sisel, you'll find that we're very competitive. You can't compare these to discount store products that are toxic and low grade. You need to compare apples to apples. So think about what Katie just shared with you. We are in the nutritional anti-aging market. We are in the cosmetic market. We are in the healthy water market. We're even in the coffee and tea market. So think about this. Your friend who owns Culligan or another type of water store, I can tell you they have a lot of overhead each month. That guy that owns the Caribou Coffee or the Starbucks coffee shop, he has a lot of overhead as well. Plus they have the headaches of employees. I wanted to start this part of the conversation, this part of the webinar, by sharing a few thoughts, and I want you to think about it. If you could start your own business today that is in all of those industries all at once, what would you think you would have to do that for? How much would it cost you if you were in the traditional market? What would be your monthly overhead? I ran a clinic that had over $30,000 per month in overhead. That meant I had to make over $1,000 per day, every day, 30 days a month, just to break even. So for 1% of that cost, just under $300 per month, you can have the backing of a billionaire in your business. That's right. a billionaire. You don't have to have a huge inventory. You don't have to have a storefront. You don't have to have employees to deal with. Think about that. There's a lot of headache in running a business. In Sisel, there are people making over $200,000 per month already. Think about this. No one in your market has probably even really heard about our company. They haven't heard about Sisel. That means that it's wide open. If you want to start your own business, this might be your company. In traditional business, people go out and they apply for a job. They usually have 3 questions when they go in for that job interview. What will I get paid? What do I need to do? And how often do I need to work? Those are the 3 questions. And I'm going to try and apply them to this business model. First of all, there's a misconception that when you get into network marketing, when you join Sisel, there's a misconception that people think you have to sell products. I want to tell you this. Yes, you can. That's about 10% of my check each month from people who just want to consume the products and they don't have any interest at all in running their own business. That leaves 90% of my check coming from somewhere else. I don't go out and try and sell products. I look for people who want to own their own life, but when they hear about these products, they want to get on them. But if they want to run something on their own, if they want to own their own life, then this might be the place. So your job is to go out and seek out those people, find those people. How do you do that? Simply ask them if they're interested in learning how to make some extra money on the side. Bring them to a call like this to get started, and then set up a private interview where they can meet someone like myself or someone in your upline. And we'll help you introduce it to them and answer their questions. So that answers the question, what do you have to do? The next question is this, how often do you need to do that? Well, the answer varies. Some people have high levels of credibility, other people's do not. Plus, we all have different goals in life. When I joined Sisel, I needed to come up with a replacement income. I had been in a horrible motorcycle accident, and I couldn't go back to my clinic. So I had to replace a doctor's income. I'm willing to work lots of hours, and as a result, I was able to build a business that pays me a fairly nice salary. Plus, as a doctor, I may have had a little bit higher credibility and made some of it easier. So if your credibility is low, you may have to work a little harder to have a great income. And the next question is, would it be worth it to you? Well, I think that answers that in the next part of my presentation when I talk about the compensation plan. So Katie, if you want to roll it to the next slide, the one on the Platinum Club bonus. This is a bonus that we have when we go out and we build teams of people. We share this information. When you build teams of 5, you get paid a bonus. When you help other people build teams of 5, they get paid the same bonus. But here's the catch on this. You get paid a matching bonus for helping them build their teams of 5. That doesn't happen in traditional business. It's every man for themselves. And it can be quite cutthroat. Not here. We have 6 other ways that we get paid in our compensation package. Katie, the next slide, please. So this is what we call a compensation package. Next slide. First, we get paid bonuses on bringing new people onto the team. It's based on the products that they purchase. Not only that, we get paid a bonus for helping our team members bring other people in. And that goes 4 levels deep. Think about that. That's a very powerful bonus. And we get paid bonuses based on continued purchases. Next slide, please, Katie. That's right. If someone likes the products and had great results, we get paid a commission month after month on their purchase. And that goes 10 levels deep. So it can be people that you've never met, that you've never heard of. When they get introduced to the products and they love them, they're going to stay on the products. I think of it as kind of like a commission as a bonus for helping create happy, healthy customers. As we grow, we help others grow. And in traditional businesses, You really don't get paid to help your colleague grow. And in fact, you may not want to help them because they may take your next promotion. Next slide, please. Here we get paid a matching bonus for helping those people on our team grow their own team. That's right. If you join my team or join the team of the person that brought you to this call, they're basically signing an agreement that they'll help you build your business. They have an incentive to help you get paid because they'll get paid a matching bonus when you get paid. Next slide, please. Here's another commission. Remember earlier I said that if you want to go out and sell some products, you sure can. Well, we get paid a commission on those people that use the products. Every time they buy and purchase the products, you get paid a 20% commission. That's like being a rock star, and every time somebody buys your CD over and over, month after month, when they buy your new albums, you get paid a residual income. That's what we have here. So if you put a little bit of time into your business, you're going to find that you have growth. Next slide, please. Over the course of time, when you grow, we pay you extra bonuses for those advancements in your business. And over the course of 4 years, you can actually earn over $400,000. Think about that. That's almost $500,000 that you can earn in the next 4 years just for going out and doing what I've said already, sharing the information that you've heard here. And if you help a team member earn advancement bonuses, you get paid a matching bonus for helping them. I mean, that's unheard of in traditional business and in a lot of network marketing companies, similar to what we have here. It's unheard of there too. So you want to bring people onto the team that are better than you so that you can get paid a bonus as they grow. And really, when you hear people say, oh, this is one of those pyramids, it's actually not. I know people who were brought into the industry and they're making more money than the person that brought them in. That's right. If you're willing to put more time in, if you're willing to work harder, you can make more money than the person that introduced it to you. Next slide, please. Finally, we have a car bonus. That's right. Once you're in the business, you can easily earn a bonus that pays for your new car. I've been in this company now for about 4 years. I've driven a new car every day since I joined the company, and the company pays for it. You can earn up to $1,500 per month. So think about it. The job is finding people who want to get healthy and finding those people who want to own their own business. You work on your own schedule, based on your own goals, based on your credibility. You get paid handsomely for it, and I try and explain this to new people, that in the beginning, your overhead is going to be a little higher as you go out and build your team. As you build your team, your income goes up, and that's the same with any startup business. I had high overhead in my first few months as a chiropractor, but as I built my business, my income went way over what my overhead was. So in Sisel, in our company, I try to tell people, if you're working at part-time, but you're consistent, you'll have a nice income within the first few months. Those are some that have gone out and they've figured it out, and they make a nice check right away, right out of the gate. But if it takes you 3 months to build a check that's going to pay you better than any other part-time job that you can get, is it worth it? I think the answer is yes. If it is, get in touch with the person that brought you here and have them get you in touch with me or someone who's been with the company a little longer so we can explain it in more detail. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you, Kurt. That was great. So thanks for joining us today. And if you would like more information, if you would like to join today and get started, please contact the person who invited you to this webinar, and they can assist you. And if that person can't help you, then the person who introduced them to Sisel will be able to assist you. So thanks for joining us. I hope you can join us again next week and bring a guest. We'll be continuing to refine this webinar and improve it, and look forward to hearing you on the webinar next week. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day or night. Thank you.